It's Chef Trilly here at Heart and Soul, the hottest, newest soul food spot here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. 4808 Randall Street, Suite 111. This right here. We cook from the heart for your soul. Guarantee y'all, I'ma warm y'all soul. Guarantee y'all. Come on. I'll go eat with the rest, eat with the best. It's a guarantee. You will not be disappointed. Guarantee.
When your heart is raised to raise, and speed alive. When your heart is raised, and speed alive. Yeah, I'll keep you safe. Yeah, I'll keep you safe. I'll never let you go. When your heart is raised to raise it at the speed of light. And you feel like you got nowhere else to go.
I'm just kicking it with a baddie, smoking on the exotic. Yes. And then I run and look at me now, I used to sell narcotics. Yes. Can sell it hoe, had to break it down, but no, it's all profit. You don't like advice, but I know this life just ain't for everybody. I done heard too many times, you can't get rich with no knowledge. Tell the shorty if she mind, then promise me you keep it solid. You know, bitches talk, but you with a boss, we keep our business private. Ain't never fucked you on a private island. I fly G5 on all the sky mileage. I got some slimes out of Beehive, I know they dying by. CIP troop, I'm holding it down, you on my mind, challenge. I got an all white Chanel, I feel got it. Every one of my cribs spotless. I made a way. I made a way. I knew we would see better days. I knew we would see better days. I made a way. Why they face your expression giving hate? Why they act like I ain't helping them out? Cause they energy fake. Must think I ain't had nothing to say. My first day was 1.5, there wasn't nothing left to say. The things I get feel like high five, I know I changed the wave. When I'm outside, the sun gon' shine, ain't no more rainy days. She love my vibe, I love her vibe, I mean, what can I say? It counted when you pray, thank God for these better days. I made a way. I made a way. I knew we would see better days. I knew we would see better days. I made a way. I'm just kicking it with a baddie, smoking on the exotic. Yes. And then I run and look at me now, I used to sell narcotics. Yes. Can sell it hoe, had to break it down, but no, it's all profit. You don't like advice, but I know this life just ain't for everybody. I done heard too many times, you can't get rich with no knowledge. Tell the shorty if she mind, then promise me you keep it solid. You know, bitches talk, but you with a boss, we keep our business private. Ain't never fucked you on a private island.
Ladies and gentlemen, this your journey in Jarrell's journal. Say it now, yeah, that's right. Nothing less but the best. This your journey in Jarrell's journal. Say it now, stand up. All over the globe. This your journey in Jarrell's journal. 2-6. In city, stand up. 2-6. This your journey in Jarrell's journal. Let's go.
Bring it with me, the source of your information. Created to cover all sorts of sports and many players. In the making, there is none other like it. From the majors to the minors, it's tailored to be enlightening. To politics with the globe and unfold an athletic platform for the world to behold. Stay tuned as I cover your thoughts and views. Innovating a structure to stand taller for the player of the day, making way for tomorrow. Consistent content distributed with quality as passions of the youth get used, creating prodigies. The cornerstone for the call-ins and interviews, opinions, countdowns, trivia's the latest news. Bearing gifts, so this from me to you, guaranteed to be what you don't want to miss. So have a seat, cause I'm back.
And I'm back. Welcome to Jarrell's Journal, sports podcast where we discuss ethics and decision making in sports. We also highlight great talent, and that's what we're doing today. This is episode 42, and I'm very excited. I got a guy that I've linked up with. Was able to learn about him, more about his skills, and I'm so excited he was able to join me today. I have Mr. Jonathan Giles. He is a wide receiver draft prospect for this year's draft, and I'm expecting big things from him, and I'm looking to root for him and watch the rest of his career. But today we get to learn about him, learn more about him, why he's so valuable, and why we need to be on the lookout for him and become a big fan of Jonathan Giles. But before I even start, a couple housekeeping things. First of all, if you think anybody could learn from this, the messages, the lessons that Jonathan has, please share. There's an icon below. All you have to do is share this to any family, friends, anybody you know in the sports arena of the NFL, so they can learn more about Jonathan as well. Also, if you have any comments, you want to rep your city. I see Texas in here. I see the Ville in here. I see North Carolina. If you want to rep where you from, you want to show Jonathan some love, you have questions for him that you want him or how to address, put it in the comments. We'll be able to pull it up. So my viewers that are watching right now, if you can just put, rep where you from, give some salute, so show some love to Jonathan, we'll definitely love to put that up right now. But without further ado, I want to introduce this young talent that I'm looking to see so much out of in the next few weeks. He's a wide receiver from TSU. His name is Jonathan Giles. Let me introduce my dog. Hey, what up?
What up, man? How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm blessed, man. I'm happy and thankful to be on your show.
Man, it's an honor for you to come on the show, to be honest with you, man. How you been holding up during this COVID season? And we're kind of, well, I guess I want to say dwindling down. So great timing for you and doing your thing with the, draft process.
Right. I mean, everything is going good. Everything is going smoothly. I've been working pretty much 2 times a day every week. The only days I really have off is the weekend. Just kind of want to just relax, meditate, get in the hot tub, just take care of my body, stretching, doing all those kind of things. But everything else is going great, man. I'm enjoying the process and enjoying the journey, and I'm excited. I can't wait for Pro Day coming up, which is April 1st. So I'm just excited for the whole experience.
Man, I'm excited for you, to be honest with you. I love the whole process of building up. I'm a process guy. Like, even when you watch Scarface, not trying to be funny, but the process of getting to where you want to get to in life is so dope. So real quick, if my viewers don't know about you, which they will, and they should learn more about you ASAP, tell us a little bit about where you from, where you came up at, where you played high school ball at, and I'll take it from there.
Okay, well, I'm from the outskirts of Houston, Texas. I'm from Missouri City, Texas. I went to Elkins High School, well known for all the different sports, whether it's baseball, football, or basketball. We have a pretty good sports program. 2 older brothers. I'm the youngest, so I'll always get jumped on, messed with when I was little growing up with my parents, my mom and dad. I played quarterback in high school. I didn't start playing receiver actually until I got to college, Texas Tech. And so overall, like, just the journey of my whole football career has been wonderful. I had some ups and downs, but everything happens for a reason. So I just been enjoying it.
Man, that is awesome, man. Hey, real quick, I actually I play baseball, and I was first year drafted was out there in Galveston area. That's around the same area.
It's about an hour to 45 minutes away from Missouri.
I actually love it out there, man. Texas, y'all do it big, man. I look at it as bigger North Carolina, but yeah, I love it out there, man.
Oh yes, sir. It's real known. Texas is known for their sports.
Yes. So you mentioned that y'all are very big in all sports. Are you a dual athlete? Did you play any other sports?
Yes, sir. My first love was basketball. I played
Gotcha.
basketball since the age of like 9, 10, and I didn't start playing football actually until middle school. Middle school is when I first started playing football. I was so in love with basketball. I didn't really think about football until one day I was with my dad riding in the car, and I was just like, "Dad, I want to play football." And he was like, "What? Are you sure?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I want to play football." So from that point on, it was always basketball and football. Then I ran track in high school.
Man, that's dope because it helps you hone in on so many skills, man. I'm the same way, man. I love basketball. Baseball was my first sport, so I'm definitely with you. But yeah, I love football, brother. So awesome. So tell me this. Let's go through your high school years real quick. What was the environment like coming up it's Elkins, right?
Yes, sir.
Coming up Elkins. How was the environment, and what did you take away from your your high school career as far as lessons learned, things like that?
Oh, Elkins was an unbelievable experience. Coach Dennis Brantley, who was my high school head coach, who's still a head coach there right now, did a wonderful job with helping not only me but my other teammates succeed in life, not only on the field but off the field. That's one of the many things he preached. He didn't care about football. It was more about the outside world, how to become a man, how to better yourself and put yourself in the right situations to be successful in life. And so that experience with him was unbelievable. I still to this day talk to him every other week, just checking up on him. He's checking up on me. I always go up there and check up on the team and how the high school is doing overall. And so that high school experience was, to me, is probably one of the best experiences of my whole entire life, just because it was really just football in school. Like just having fun with your boys that you grew up with. So we actually was number one in the state for a little bit, which was like a very fun experience. And so, I'm so thankful for Elkins High School and Coach Brantley for everything that they've done for me and carrying me throughout life.
Man, that's awesome to learn about you because we all know just of documentaries and movies how big that Texas is with football. So for y'all to be number one in the state as well, that's smooth, man. Now, real quick, who were some of the influential people coming up in your childhood? I know mom and dad were. Were there anyone else outside of parents that were very influential in your upbringing?
Coach Wimbush, he was my middle school coach. He was my middle school football and basketball coach. So I seen him every day. All school, I seen him every day. And even now he works at Missouri City Middle School. And I always stop by and talk to him. And he's always calling me, blowing up my phone, just checking in on him, checking in on me. But he's been very influential in my life. He's always just talk to me and help me build a great character and just how to be a man in life. And so I'm thankful for him. And there's so many other coaches. Cliff Kingsbury in college have helped me. He's pushed me so hard to be where I'm at now as a receiver, especially through that transition of going from a QB to a receiver in college. And so I'm thankful for everyone in my life who's helped me along the way to get to this point where I'm at.
That is awesome, man. Very awesome. Now let's talk a little bit about your transition from high school to college. How was the scouting process in your, did you get a lot of scholarships from a lot of places? How was that process for you transitioning to college?
It was pretty crazy just because I played quarterback in high school, and even though it was fun, I still wanted to be a receiver. Like I've always wanted to be a receiver. So it was kind of weird just going from just seeing all the colleges. My first scholarship was actually my junior year from Fresno State, and it was a QB scholarship, quarterback scholarship. And most of my scholarships was either QB or cornerback, and I wanted to be a receiver. And one day, Texas Tech, Coach Kingsbury gave me a call, and they offered me as a receiver. And I think U of H and Texas Tech was the only two schools who offered me as a receiver. And after quickly, I already knew who Cliff Kingsbury was as a head coach and this offensive genius. So
Yeah.
I want to say not even 3 days after I committed. I didn't wait. I didn't wait no longer. I committed right then and there, and then so it was a pretty quick process. They offered me my end of my junior year, going into my senior year, and I committed those in the next 3 days. And so I was excited about that, just getting the chance to play receiver, even though playing quarterback was so fun.
That's awesome. And I'm gonna segue real quick. Give me 1 second. So today we're doing something very new. We're broadcast on Facebook on Jarrell Heslop Sports Consultant page on Facebook, as well as Jarrell Heslop, my personal page. We also broadcast on LinkedIn under Darden Jarrell Heslop. Today we're on live on IG to build more followers. So if you're on IG and you're looking, join in, go to Facebook. We're interviewing dope talent in the football world who is a 2022 draft prospect. His name is Jonathan Giles. So if you have time, you want to check out his interview, join us on Facebook right now for all my IG viewers, and I'll see you soon. All right. Just had to get that in real quick, Jay.
You good.
All right. So real quick, the process, I know it was amazing. And the reason I asked, because I wanted followers to understand that you had the ability to go to 2 Power 5 schools and play ball. Not only play ball, you excelled there. What was the kind of, the taking in experience when you got to LSU and Texas Tech, or Texas Tech and the LSU? And tell us about your experiences at both.
Oh, both of them was high class universities, a great program. Starting with Texas Tech, I mean, I got a chance to play Patrick Mahomes. I don't think,
yeah,
just an all around great human being. And people talk about like how he's able to make these different kind of throws, but the person he is off the field is just as amazing to me. He's a wonderful guy, down to earth, easy to talk to. He just does everything the right way. You never have to worry about him off the field or anything like that. He's just a wonderful guy. And so that experience, just being there with him was unbelievable. He was actually my host when I went on the official visit there. And so instantly we connected. So when I got there, everything just connected. And so I still talk to him even now. And so it's just wonderful to see what he's doing, all the amazing things he's doing in the NFL. And then you go from Texas Tech to LSU, where I'm in a room with Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Joe Burrow, Clyde Edwards, and it's amazing. And you got to think about being in Death Valley. Is I think by far the craziest and most amazing stadiums in college football. And the fan base is wonderful. Just everything about LSU is why LSU is LSU. And so just to be able to have the experience of being at both schools, Texas Tech and LSU, to play along with those guys who are now NFL stars, it's unbelievable. It's crazy to think about. And so I'm thankful for those experiences and the fun I had early on in my college years.
Now, while you were there at both schools, Texas Tech and LSU, what were there any lessons that stuck with you from your head coach to assistant coaches to professors that really stuck out to you and will follow you for a long time coming?
Oh, yes, most definitely. One of the things that Cliff Kingsbury always, every single day was consistency and being consistent every single day. To him, he always to say anybody can have a good week or a good day or, a good moment, but can you stack the days and continue to get better and better each and every day? Can you get 1% better? And so it always stuck with me. Even now, I'm always thinking, did I get better today? Or the next day, did I get better this day? And so it's always like if you continue to get better and better, the sky's the limit. You always have room to get better. So I've always taken that from him and still take that from him to this day. And then going to LSU, Coach O was always about the details, the little things. He's always about the little things. Showing up to meetings on time, doing all your classwork, not missing school, not missing study hall. Just the little things and being detailed. And that's why I think he's a wonderful head coach. And so taking those two things from both of those colleges have helped me to get to where I'm at now in preparing for the NFL draft.
Man, that's amazing, because what I picked up from that is what you were taught and what's embedded in you is how to be consistent and follow and dot every T and every I. So you're very detailed and you work on being consistent and a better person day by day. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. It's most definitely correct.
Man, that's smooth, man. Now, you also, and this is one of the reasons I really love, you had the ability to transfer your senior last year and play at TCU. What was your experience coming to HBCU, and how was it? How did it differ from the Power Fives?
TSU, a lot of people know this is TSU was home for me. My dad worked there. He still works there to this day. He's been working there for, I want to say, 21 years. He's been the video coordinator for Texas Southern. So he covers all the sports dealing with Texas Southern. And so for me, I grew up. I remember I used to be 6, 7 years old, running around at TSU with my dad every single day at work. And that's why I actually learned how to play football with my dad at TSU. And so I had the opportunity to come back home and have all my family come out and support every game. Whereas to where I was at LSU at Texas Tech, my dad will only get to make maybe one game just because, TSU played on Saturdays, Texas Tech, LSU played on Saturdays. So going from that to now, I'm seeing him in the meeting room and on practice fields every game. But even when I'm just going up there, I can go hang out in his office if I want to. That's pretty much what I really did most of the time at TSU. I just go in his office and hang out with him and talk to him, which was amazing. And so just being back home at TSU was wonderful. Just being around my dad and my family and great coaches.
Man, that's awesome, man. First of all, shout out to Mr. Giles and shout out to Mom. Can I put this up real quick? Because I'm all about education. If you don't know, I'm an educator right now, been for a while. Mom said, not only is he an amazing person, I'm not going to read it verbatim, I'm going to monetize it, but he has 2 degrees. Tell us about your degrees, man, because I'm big on education. And not only can you tell us your degrees, but why is education important to you, Jonathan?
Well, first of all, my mom and dad, that's all they talk about. Forget football. That's all they talk about is education and the degrees. And so I was fortunate to get my bachelor's from LSU in sports management, and then also get my master's from Texas Southern in sports management as well. And the reason why education is important to me is because football is not forever. The NFL stands for not for long. And so you always have to have something to fall back on. And for me, that's going back and to high school and being a high school head coach. That's one of my dreams of when my football career is over, is being a high school head coach. And so you can't do that without no degree. You see what I'm saying? So I've always just harped on just being a perfect student, not just on the field, but off the field. And then having my mom and dad just having their support always stand up on me. It helped me. So I can't thank them enough. Like I always tell anybody, any chance I get, I'm talking about my mom and dad. I'm going to always talk about them.
He's only right. Man, because what you're displaying is leadership in the form of you have a plan. You understand the importance of education and how it can benefit you as far as transitioning once your career in football is over, man. I love it. So an organization is getting somebody with some that is sharp in the mind. I love it, man.
Right. Yes,
I love
sir.
it, man. Man, I'm gonna have to get you to come to a virtual career day before draft, man.
Okay.
To instill that in my kids.
Okay. Yes, sir. I love to.
That's smooth. So shout out to Miles again. I appreciate you for sharing that. But let's get into some football attributes, man. Let's learn more about how dope you are. Is that cool?
That's cool.
So I had a question for you. I want you to rank your skills on a level of importance. Like, what's the most important to you? And I'm talking about, like, is it your hands, strong hands, route running, being physical? How would you rank your skill level from most important to least important?
For me, most important, got to be route running. I'm gonna put that above anything, because before you can catch, you got to be able to get open and run the routes. And that's from Cliff Kingsbury days. When I first just made that transition from QB to receiver, was always, before you can catch the ball, you got to get open. You got to be able to know spacing and create separation at the line of scrimmage and all that. So for me, most important is route running. Right under that would probably be hands, just because after you run a good route, you got to be able to finish it with a catch. And if you've been around football, any sports, your strength coach is always saying finish. And that's a part of finishing is running routes and then being able to catch the ball. And so another thing that's probably that I need to work on per se is just releases, and which I am doing right now. Every day I go to my receiver coach Delfonte out at CE King. He trains me. And the good thing about that is not only is it just one-on-one, but I'm also working out with NFL players too. So I'm getting to see them do it and actually work out with them, just see how they train. And so it's very beneficial to me just being able to work with NFL guys such as Greg Ward, Jamon Moore, Marquise Stevenson, guys like that. And so he's been very helpful in helping me get my better in releases and making me be a complete receiver.
Man, it sounds like you have a plan and you're executing it. I love it.
You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan.
That's awesome. So, what is one of your skills or your most elevated skill? What do you say that scouts will say? Look, this guy, this is it for him. This is where we can utilize him.
Route running coming out of the slot. That's one of the things that a lot of people have said about me is that I'm a very good route runner. I'm good and smooth out my breaks and getting open and finding space. So route runner would be number one for me.
That's smooth. I like it. And I'm just looking. I'm not at Indy this year, but I was looking at the draft. Man, I see a lot of things that they look nervous out there. So I definitely would love to see. I can't wait to see you at Pro Day and displaying your skills to boost your draft stock, man. And then all the fans watching on Jarrell's Journal, now we got somebody to root for, and we know why.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Now, my other question I wanted to ask you is, all right, let's say you're talking to a scout, and you're like, hey, go back and look at this game. This will show you what type of potential that Jonathan Giles has. What game comes to mind of where you just showed out? It was like one of your best games. Do you have one of those games in mind?
I have one. This was back in 2016. We were playing Kansas on a Thursday night when I was at Texas Tech, and I think I broke the record, or might have tied the record for the most receiving yards in Texas Tech history. I had 217 yards, 217 yards receiving, with 2 touchdowns, and that was my career high by far. and so it was just a game, not only just because of the stats, but just how I was able to get in out of my breaks and all. Like I said, my route running is being my best attribute. So being able to get open on certain occasions, not only getting open but also blocking for my teammates and helping my teammates get long runs. And so I think that game showed I could be a complete receiver. Not just catching and running routes, but also blocking on the perimeter.
Man, that's dope, man. And I'm trying to go find that. I want to see it now. I want to see it now. Hey, now I have another mental question as far as your drive. So let's say, what is your mindset? Let's say you need to develop in a certain skill or a certain facet of the game. What's your mindset or your process into getting better to that? Like, where's your head at when you have to put in time and get better in a certain drill or skill?
Oh, it's now. I believe that if it's something I need to work on, I need to attack it now. I'm not one of those guys who like to wait. Well, I got time. I can do it at the end of the day. I'm doing it now. I can use a great example of my 5-10-5. I struggled with that when we first began to start. I work out at Orange Sports out here in Humble, Texas, with Derek Blaylock. And so one of our first day we did the 5-10-5, and it didn't look too good. It didn't look too good. And so usually we go from 3 to 4, and I think I stayed from another hour. So I didn't leave till about 5, just working on it, just because I didn't want to wait until tomorrow or the next week to work on it. I believe that you should attack all your problems head on. And so I continue to just work on it and work on it. And now I've gotten so much better than I want to say 2 months ago I tried it for the first time. And so I believe that, like I said, the process, you believe in the process, you fall in love with the process, eventually the process is going to love you back. And so I'm just continuing to just train and work every single day and get better.
That's awesome, man. I love it. Now, we recently you attended the HBCU Combine. How was that experience, man? Because this is the first time ever. Um, this is monumental, if we must say. How was your experience, and what did you think scouts took from you displaying your skills there?
Oh man, I was blessed enough to be one of the 40 athletes from all HBCUs to get invited to the HBCU Combine. It was down in Mobile, Alabama. Everything was just wonderful. As soon as we got off the plane, we had somebody escort us to the hotel. I remember when I first opened a hotel room, it was gear everywhere,
Oh,
all on the
smooth.
bed, the floor, different kind of shoes, jackets, hoodies, sweats. So the first day was just getting there was awesome. You know that alone was wonderful, and then we had the food, and I can't say enough about how good the food was. I love food, so just seeing and eating all the great food that first night we was there was wonderful, and then you had the actual combine that following morning, which was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience just seeing all 32 teams. It was unbelievable. Getting off that bus and just seeing all these scouts walking around in the weight room and on the field. Everything was great. The only thing I would say was just a little cold. I think it was 38 degrees outside when we was doing the combine there. So that was the only thing that was kind of rough. But like I said, overall though, the experience was wonderful.
Man, and we got to do better, NFL. We got to get these guys in indoor facilities so they could have an even playing field. So I understand, man. But I know
Right.
you stood out because I was able to be introduced to you through that way. And I was like, what do you do? What do you do, man? They were like, oh, man, he's fire, brother. So, yeah, man, way to hold it down, even though you had obstacles. And that's life.
Right.
So, good stuff, man. Now, my other question is, I'm a former HBCU grad from Shaw University. So I love having HBCU players come on. What did it mean to you, or what does it mean to you, being from HBCU and having the ability to make it to the league? And my real question is, why do you think that HBCU players, once they make it to the league, have a chip on their shoulder and have less off-field criminal activities once they make it to the professional league versus our Power Five oppositions?
To be honest, me coming from LSU and TSU, I remember the first week I instantly realized why it's such a big difference. And the difference is the resources that HBCU have. We don't have the same resources or funds that a lot of the big schools have, such as like a LSU or Texas Tech. And you think about the guys with HBCU, is like you're more humble when you come out because you know you already been looked at like, oh, he's from a small school, he don't got nothing, and he can't compare to this guy from Ohio State, things like that. To where it's like you already had a chip on your shoulder, you already mad and already ready to prove everybody wrong because you already been looked at just by your school. You probably hadn't touched the field yet, but just because you're from TSU or Prairie View, they already
Yeah.
look at you some kind of way. And so I feel like, and that's why I'm so thankful for Dion, Coach Prom, and what he's doing. Hugh Jackson, Eddie George, and coming in and working with all the HBCUs and coaching and helping us coach, just coach, keeping basically keeping the playing field level. And so I think what they're doing is huge. And I'm thankful for them, just not just for coaching, being at Coach Jackson State and Tennessee State and Grambling, but just helping us get the same attention that some of these Power Fives and big schools are getting.
And it's well overdue, man. That was a perfect answer, man. Perfect answer. So tell me this, like you say, how would you describe the experience? Was it a culture shock? I mean, obviously you were at a Power Five school, but seeing the Divine Nine, the different type of parties, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a different party from when I was at NC State, Duke, and Chapel Hill to Shaw
Right.
and State. How was the culture shock when you got to the HBCU for anyone who never attended the HBCU?
It is a lot different. The reason I say that because when you're coming from a Power Five, basically you're getting spoiled. It's pretty much what you get. You're getting spoiled, and you're getting money every month. No matter what you do, you're getting money every month. If you're on scholarship, you're getting fed every single day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everything you want, all you gotta do is ask, and you'll get it. And so I remember when I first got to TSU, and like I said, I'm so used to LSU. I asked them like I can get it, like some pair of gloves, or some cleats or some socks. Whereas when I got to TSU, I asked for some cleats, and it was like, you got to get them. You got to go buy them. And it was like, it was a whole different experience. So it was like, okay, I see how it is. It's a little different here. But then I actually enjoyed it because I don't think no college Power 5 school can compare to any HBCU band. Like it's literally a concert for with the band. And I think just the halftime show. I mean, most of the time in the Power 5, you go to a halftime show, you're going to get something to eat. You're going to be at a concession stand. Whereas HBCU, this most of the time, this is where the real show starts for most fans. And so even just being who I am, and I love the bands. I love just the halftime show. I used to sometimes kind of walk slow to the locker room just so I can see a little bit of it. It has its differences. But overall, I mean, I love both. I had a wonderful time at both HBCUs and Power 5, and so I'm just thankful for the opportunity.
Man, first of all, you just highlighted something that a lot of players don't even mention, but they know. So shout out to all the bands. I'm a band head. I was in the percussion at Shaw University and at UCF. So, Mr. Pratt, if you watching, A&T, all my band heads from across the land, he just highlighted, man. Y'all be doing y'all thing, and y'all make the game as well, man. So that I appreciate you. And then not only that, you highlighted that you are able to, receive a lot of resources at these Power 5 schools that these HBCUs that we don't have. You would have asked me that coming, I'm saying, can I get some cleats? Man, we were struggling just to get college workout shirts, you know what I'm saying, at our school. So every HBCU is different and struggles with resources, and I appreciate you highlighting that, man.
Oh, yes, sir. No problem.
Now, my more importantly question I have for you on last one on the HBCU level is every HBCU that I know is in the dead smack center of the hood. And it's facts. It's just facts. I grew up in Fayetteville, North Carolina, is on the Merc. I went to Shaw University in Raleigh, and we on 118 East Street. We in the dead hood. But the thing about it is, it's easy to lose your focus and get caught up in the outside environment that way because you're not sheltered and have the athletic housing like at a Power 5 school. How were you able to keep your focus and keep your head when you're at a HBCU, knowing that, look, my ultimate goal is to make it here and I need to stay focused and do this, and this? What was your focal point?
Pretty much just staying focused. My mom and dad did a wonderful job and still do a wonderful job, but just keep me in the right direction. Not only them, my girlfriend Janai does a wonderful job keeping me in the right direction. And so just having that family support to help me and guide me through life I think is a big deal. And so I just knew how close I was to graduating and getting my master's. So I made it too far to stop now. Just having that family support, such as my brothers and my mom and dad and my girlfriends and I, just having that support helped me a lot and get me to where I'm at now.
Man, that's the most important thing. A lot of people lacking it is support. And I appreciate you saying that. What's up, Pops? How you doing? It's Pops, right?
That's my brother. That's my brother.
What's up, big bro? I'm sorry. Hey, now I had another question for you. As we approach Pro Day coming up, what is some of the things that you want these scouts to take away from you as far as progression from the HBCU Combine and the regular season? What do you want them to take away from Pro Day for you?
Well, one of the main things that I've talked to my trainer about is being explosive. I want them to see how explosive I really am in good weather compared to what the combine was in Mobile. Just showing that I'm quick and I'm fast, explosive. I'm also strong, and I can prove that in the bench press. And just showing my overall skills in the position work, such as route running again, and showing my ability to catch the ball with my hands.
I love it, man. I love it. Now, how would you compare your game to anyone on a professional from present to past NFL player? Who would you compare your skills and your game to?
Well, that's a good question. Right now, I'll probably have to say Jarvis Landry.
Oh,
I love Juice. I love him even when he
yeah.
was in LSU. Just because he started off on special teams, and he worked his tail off to actually get on the offensive side of the ball. And from there, he proved everybody wrong. A lot of people were saying he was too slow, and he won't be able to get in and out of routes. But you look at him now; he's probably one of the best receivers, one of the top 10 best receivers in the league, just by how you're able to get open and find open space, his route running, and not only just his route running, but his blocking, which I feel I can just relate to on all different levels. And so Jarvis Landry is somebody I think I can relate to that's in the NFL right now.
That's a great person to pick and a great comparison. So even before this year, OBJ, he got transferred to, or not transferred. I'm talking about transferred like we're in college. But he got traded to LA. And I was telling everybody I'm an OBJ fan because he has stupid hands. He hasn't lost his skill set. And I promise you, I'd be damned if Landry Juice won't be the same way if he get out that environment of Cleveland. And I think he still has it, man. So that's a great person to compare your game to, man. And I like you said, I love his work ethic. Dope, man.
Oh yeah,
dope.
He's gonna work.
Now, a big question that a lot of teams probably will ask you or want to know is what kind of person are you in the locker room? What kind of person are you, and how would you mesh with the culture of their team? So, what I wanted to ask you is, what type of leader are you inside of locker room, and what kind of relationship do you try to build with your teammates?
Well, I'm one of those, a lot of guys, people think it's one type of leadership. It's only one style of being a leader. And I think it's multiple ways of being a leader and doing things the right way. And so for me, I'm more of a guy who's not going to really yell in your face or scream at you, but I'm kind of the guys that I want you to follow my lead. I used to always say in practice or before a game, just follow me. Everything's going to be all right. Just follow me. And not only that, just even like for my freshman guys at TSU, I remember they used to always mess up and be afraid to mess up. And I used to always tell them, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's a part of life. You're gonna have ups and downs and obstacles, not just on the football field, but in life. So this is just helping you become a better person in life. And so for me, I'm kind of the guys that if I want to say something, I'll say it one-on-one, opposed to just saying it out loud. Just up in everybody's face. I'm kind of a guy that, I'm gonna lead by example, along with if I have something I want to say to you, I tell you in private.
Man, that's awesome. I love it, man. I had another question for you, last question. What message would you leave to anyone that's following in your footsteps that might have a similar path in the future as far as transferring to different type of programs, some of the obstacles that you've had? What message would you leave to a younger you or someone that's following your footsteps that may be beneficial in the future?
Oh, first of all, it's never give up. Never give up on your dreams, and just continue fighting. Life is, and that's why I love sports, and I think that's really truly why I've enjoyed sports for so long, because it helped me. I didn't seen it just helped me become a better person in life and prepared me for life. So now when I go through life, I'm like, it's easy. Or if I go through a situation or a circumstance, like, oh, this is easy to handle just because I faced it so many times in football or in another sport. And so for me, just telling anybody who's listening or watching, just never give up on your dreams and continue believing in yourself first and foremost, and just trust the process and stay the course. I believe that hard work, if you put in the work, it won't let you down. Hard work will never fail you. And so I believe you put in the work and you continue to stay focused, stay on the right track, anything is possible.
Man, that is perfect. That is perfect, because these are mottos and creeds that I live by as well, and I love them, man. Awesome job, man. Last question for you for tonight, man, because I know I don't want to hold you up too long. What is playing in the locker room? I'm a big music guy, man. I'm talking about hip hop, R&B, gospel, country. I don't care. What is playing in the locker room to get you hyped motivated before not the game. I mean, not practice, but for the game, man. What you playing, bro?
See, okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm an old soul. I'm
Okay.
R&B. So if we're talking about just in the car, I'm playing R&B all day. Anthony Hamilton, Jarrell,
Okay.
Charlie, Jesse Powell. I'm playing the old school. That's me all day.
Okay.
That's me. Now
You know
we're in
what
the
you're
locker
talking about. Ain't nobody bring up Jesse Powell in a minute. Okay.
yeah, Jesse Powell. So I'm old school. Like that's just me. But if we're talking about the locker room, of course I got to switch it up. I can't be playing old school for the game. They're gonna be on me. So you know, if we're in the locker room, I got the Ox. I'm playing NBA YoungBoy, a Lil Durk.
Okay.
They're my top two. So if I'm in the locker room for the game, I'm playing probably YoungBoy or Lil Durk.
Hey man, I'm with it. I like it. I ain't gonna lie, I like it, man. And you know what? I do so much changing, reshuffling. Hold on, real quick. I got to give a shout out to these people, real quick. Hold on. First of all, your mom. I love the support, and I love all the gems she's been throwing in the comments as well. So thank you so much, mom, dad, brother, for joining us. Bro say he an old soul. Hey man, if you from the South, I don't think there's no other way to be. I don't like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Exactly.
you can do the new school stuff, but you got to know.
Yeah, the old school. It's
You have
crazy
to know
because
your repertoire.
yeah, it's crazy because actually for Valentine's Day, me and my girlfriend we went to Anthony Hamilton concert. So in San Antonio,
man.
so old school. So
Hey,
it
let
was
me
wonderful.
let you know, man. I don't care how old you are. To be a mentor is to follow somebody that knows what they're doing because they have experience in that field. You might need to be a mentor for me, man, because I need to do what you're doing.
I got
The Hamilton concert, I'm slacking, brother. You showing me out. But hey, man, my last thing, I normally or recently just start off the show like this, but I forgot all about it. So I'm gonna end the show like this. So we're gonna end with a prayer, man, if you don't mind. Is that cool?
It's cool. It's wonderful.
Okay. And before we do the prayer, I wanted to see if you can do me one thing. I'm gonna bring you up on the full screen where it's just you. And if you could say this for me, just say your name, Jonathan Giles. I'm 2020 draft prospect, and I want you to tune into Jarrell's journal. I'm gonna use that for a highlight if you don't mind. Is that cool?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as soon as you're up, you can go.
This is Jonathan Giles, 22 NFL draft prospect, receiver from Texas Southern. If y'all can, man, anytime y'all get a chance, tune into Jarrell's journal. Great show, great human being, man, and it's just an awesome experience to be a part of, and you enjoy it. So you ever get a chance, man, just tune in, or even if you want to be on the show, just hit him up on his IG and join the show.
Hey man, you're a blessing, bro. That was smooth, man.
No problem.
Hey, so real quick, man, we're gonna get this prayer on, man, because that's what it's all about, man.
Okay.
So, dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for allowing us to union today. Thank you for introducing me to my man Jonathan Giles. Continue to cover him, put your hands around his back as he enters in and prepares for pro day. Let his skills, his personality, his mindset, his drive illuminate so that the scouts and NFL associates see all about him. Cover his family, his girlfriends, soon-to-be fiance, his mother, his father, his brothers, all his teammates, all his close family. Continue to direct him in the right path. Cover my show, cover my business, cover my family, all my viewers watching, and all my viewers watching on replay. We love you. Thank you so much, and amen.
Amen. Thank you for that.
Smooth. Hey, man, I'm excited, man. It was a pleasure meeting you. We definitely got to stay in touch. Anything you need from me, you already know. I got to give two last shout outs. Number one, to my guy, agent, super agent, about to be the big thing. You want to go say his name and his company, man? Because it's only right if you say it.
Oh, yes, sir. Marcel McCray. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's that Via Sport right there, man. Via Sport right there. Shout out to Via Sport. Wonderful agency. He's a wonderful guy, down to earth. And I instantly fell in love with him, man. When we sat down at my apartment and talked, and so that's why I'm with him right now, man. He's done a wonderful job in marketing and just helping me along the process and making my life easier. And so I can't thank him enough, man.
Man, and I think you said it right. I just met him, and like you said, instantly we click, man. Sometimes you just meet people that you can feel how genuine they are, and they're looking for the best interest at heart. And a smart guy, sharp guy. Nothing but continued success to you, Marcel Owens. And it's Veer Athletics and Entertainment, correct?
Veer Sports Agency. Mm-hmm. Veer Sports Agency.
So my young athletes, if you're looking, do your thing. He'll check you out. He'll check you out, and we'll highlight you. But yeah, that's where it is. That's next up and coming right there, my man Marcel Owens. And also, lastly, I got to give a big shout out to our sponsors. And our sponsors are Fit for Life. So if you're ever in North Carolina, and you know how you go to the gym, it can get crowded, real heavy. I don't like working out around. Excuse me. I don't like working out when it's too crowded. This is where Fit for Life comes in, man. The environment is good. It's clean. It's healthy. They have a lot of resources, and there's some good people there. I love promoting good businesses that have great customer service, and that's Fit for Life. Shout out to you guys. So if you're in North Carolina, please check them out. But, man, thank you once again for joining me, and we're going to stay in contact and do some other things in the future. I know it, man.
And thank you for having me on your show, man. I truly enjoyed it. I'm blessed for the opportunity, man. Thank you again.
Man, I'm humble, bro. So, hey, before we go out, if you can stick around, I'm gonna put you down. I'm pushing this. I love music, man. So I'm pushing this one young boy. He got a banger, and it's about DeVille, man. So I'm gonna push him real quick, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
For the hoop game in the street, bicycle kicking nigga Luke hang. Full bird living, that's a crew thing. If you violate the one-on-one, then that's a crew bang. Everything changed when the loop came. We used to knuckle up, but now they wanna shoot things. The freshest in the function, it don't matter who came. And you could pull the baddest bitches off a shoe game. Yeah, and we could never play the fool. Got the water gun tucked on the last day of school. Got the juicy juice and mobbing the block with the crew. And we never lose, no way you can stop what we do. I remember me and L, he just got his L's. We was riding through the L, he would light an L. And we would talk about how the world was like a living hell. It ain't hard to tell, separate the fake from the real in the veil.
Ladies and gentlemen, this your journey in Jarrell's journal. Say it now, stand up. Nothing less but the best. This your journey in Jarrell's journal. Say it now, stand up. All over the globe. This your journey in Jarrell's journal. 2-6. In city, stand up. 2-6. This your journey in Jarrell's journal. Let's go.
Bring it with me, the source of your information. Created to cover all sorts of sports and many players. In the making, there is none other like it. From the majors to the minors, it's tailored to be enlightening. To politic with the globe and unfold an athletic platform for the world to behold. Stay tuned as I cover your thoughts and views. Innovating a structure to stand taller for the player of the day, making way for tomorrow. Consistent content distributed with quality as passions of the youth get used, creating prodigies. The cornerstone for the call-ins and interviews, opinions, countdowns, trivias, and latest news. Bearing gifts, so this from me to you, guaranteed to be what you don't want to miss. So have a seat, cause I'm back.